Thank you very much, and welcome back to this one meritocratic channel of ours. And today we are going to look and to anticipate in one of the key concept or one of the key module, and then we are going to see a Municipal Administration N5. I hope you can clearly see that we are using a lecturer's guide. So this is the combination of the content pertaining the examination questions and the memorandum that can be entailed. Ensure that you are hitting the subscription button and ensure that you are listening to this one module up until to the end of it. And again, refer back to our previous module. They have been recorded and they have been added on our playlist. And then in module level, we are going to talk about the committee system of the municipality. Remember that we are saying that in the municipality, for it to function properly, we've got to elect a committee. And that particular committee, they must have ideologies and they must have systems on how to run the municipality effectively in order to achieve and realize the goals and objectives of the system coverage. Content card we understand. Under this, we are having complete the table by summarizing the committee system in the municipality. Number first there, word collective composition. The word composition, it tells us about, we can ask you the very simple question, what is it that you need if you want to make a tea? Then you can tell me about the sugar, the water, and the tea bag. So we are saying that it is now the composition of the collective executive committee. It consists of the numbers of members, which is proportional to a particular percent of 2% here of councillors. And number B, which at least they can be at least 10 workers there. And then we are saying that the function or the purpose here, it is at least 5 functions and collectives in terms of these particular systems. All right. So what is important here in terms of the marks allocations that we can get, we are going to see now when we are moving on. Okay. And then this is the question. So number 2, they say here, the functions of the collective executive committee, it is proposed to the singles of management committees. So what are the functions of the collective executive systems? They receive reports from the other committees and forward it to the council with the recommendation. So the recommendation, it is what should be done when we are receiving these reports. Number 2, they identify the needs of the community or of the municipality. What is needed for these citizens? Is it electricity? Is it proper sanitation? And they review and evaluate those needs in order of priority. So when we are talking about priority, we are saying that we should prioritize what is important first before we can satisfy other needs. So we are saying the shelter should be a priority more than the Wi-Fi services. So recommend to the council the programs and services to address these needs through the IDP. So we are saying that they come up with plan to say, now what is it that should be done? And the word IDP, this is an integrated development plan. It is for 5 years, it's a 5-year plan of the municipality in terms of rendering the services. And the other aspect, he recommends the best methods to deliver these programs and services to the public. He identifies and develops criteria to evaluate the progress of the programs and the services. He reviews the performance of the municipality in order to improve, number 1, the economic nature of the country, efficiently and effectiveness of the municipality, the efficiency of the credit control, the revenue and the debt collection. Remember that we've got people that they can owe water. So we are saying that the municipality must make sure that the credit control, it is controlled and managed in a manner. And then the implementation of the municipality by means of bylaws. One of the key concepts that we have learned, we have said that at the municipality, they administer by means of bylaws. And then let us understand that the monitors, the management of the municipalities administration, they oversee the provision of the services to the community. They perform duties to the council and delegate to it. They report annually on the involvement of the community in the municipality. Remember that we said that for the community to be better, the municipality. They ensure that the public views are taken into account into the council decision making. They debate issues and they make recommendations to the council, and that it can be a maximum of 14 marks. That can be a maximum of 14 marks here. So we must understand that question very, very, very well. And then if ever we are moving on again, let us understand that we are having number 3. It says list 5 advantages of the collective executive committee. Number 1 is only one committee to consider matters. Number 2, priorities given to the basic needs of the community. Number 3, emphasis is placed on the development of the municipality. It deals with the policy formulation, financial control, personnel. It involves community municipal matters, and it takes accountability, and it can be pinned on a specific person. That is for 12 marks. Number 4, if ever we are going on, it says list 5 advantages of the collective executive committee. So what are the disadvantages is that the councillors are not the members of the executive committee. They lose interest in the municipal administration. Number 2, council meetings tend to be a rubber stamp for the executive committee recommendation, and the members of the executive committee tend to dominate the council meeting, and most of the matters presented in the final form or to the council, and non-members of the EXCO don't have much say. The term of the office of the members of EXCO, they are too long, and EXCOs did not succeed in coordination of activities and the departments as they have been anticipated. And that question, it can be for a maximum of 12 marks. If we are moving on again, let us understand that we have some other important work that we must understand. And let us listen up until to the end of the module. Number 5, it says, identify 5 types of committee that assist the executive committee. Number 1, they are called the Finance Portfolio Committee. So they deal with the financial matters. Number 2, the Health Portfolio Committee. So they ensure that the health department, it is safe. And the Security Portfolio Committee, there are numbers of the deployed members to protect the country department, and Utilities Portfolio Committee, and Sanitation. And we talk about the Public Work Committee, that it can be asked for a maximum now of 8 marks. And then in number 6, if ever we are moving on, we can see that we can have the question. It says list 4 advantages of a committee to assist an executive committee. Number 1, wider decision-making process with more minds applied, hopefully better decision-making. Number 2, the councillors, wider perspective, better view of the services provided. Number 4, we are saying that the committee ensures that the interest of the people is in their area are represented. And lastly, the system keeps in much closer touch with local political and public opinion. What are the members of public are saying based on this matter? I know we are anticipating problem in other countries in terms of housing. I know we don't. That's why we want to change our future. So we are saying that let us have a say to the government. And then let us talk about number 7. Then it says list 5 disadvantages of a committee. So we are saying number 1, if the committee meet in secret and did not disclose it to the public, if committee adopts and relaxes an informal atmosphere, it could lead to sloppy thinking. And then we are saying councillors are not expert administrators, and then corporate decision-making does not guarantee that good decisions are taken. And then the system can hamper the coordination and forward thinking if they don't stick to the matter. The other aspect that we can talk about is that the system can lead to attempts and to interfere in the administration. And lastly, because the quite numbers of councillors they are involved, it is difficult for the public to pin accountability on one person, that it can be for 10 marks. So these things, they are happening time and again, because of people are working together. It is very difficult to pin one person based on the activity that has been taken. Remember, we are talking about the projects. I know in your areas, you know one project, the building of roads, which was not finished. So we are saying that you cannot pin that to one person. but that is a collective decision, a collective action by members of the municipality. And number 8, identify 5 functions of the Mayoral Committee. They are assigned to a specific department and act as responsible for the effective, efficient administration of the respective department. And the other one, they work in close collaboration with the head of the paid in IDP, which is called Integrated Development Plan. They participate in the budget process of their respective department. They support the executive mayor in the performance of his own powers and function. They communicate with the community to determine their needs. So they must not be in the offices, but they must come in meetings. The mayors, they play a very important role. And then let us understand that the mayors, they are there to inform the community about the services, the project, the IDP, the budget, the tariffs, the taxes, and the credit control. That is for 10 marks. Very straightforward. If ever we are moving on again, we can see that we are having number 9. And then let us understand that we can ask a question, explain the composition. So we are saying that councillors representing the wards are automatically members of the sub-council. Number 2, additional councillors become members in the proportion to the members of registered voters. The other one is that a member is elected as a chairman, and that particular chairman will decide when and where the sub-council meets. A meeting must be held if the majority of members request it in voting. And lastly, the sub-council may appoint committees to assist in exercising its duties. That is for 10 marks. All right. And then if ever we are moving on again, we can see that in question 10, we can have a question. It says, explain the composition of the ward committee. So the keyword, it is a composition. What is there? So we are saying that the ward, it is the ward councillor who is the chairperson. Number 2, not more than 10 persons who are elected by the community. They serve. Women should be represented. The diversity of interest in the ward must be represented. Number 11, we are saying discuss the purpose of the ward committee. Number 1, it is to advise the councillors on policy matters affecting the wards. Number 2, identify the needs and challenges wards that are facing, and to get a better participation from the community, to inform the communities of the budget proposal, IDP, and service delivery option, to receive complaints from the residents about the municipal service delivery, to ensure communication between the council and the community, and then to assist the ward councillors with consultation and report backs to the community. You had a great time. Ensure that you are hitting the subscription button and ensure that you are sharing to those who are concerned. Have a good day. Thank you.